Hi friends, welcome to Food for Toddlers. I'm here with yet another common but healthy recipe from South India. It's idli, which is enjoyed by most of us. Though idli itself is a healthy meal, but I have done slight modifications to add more nutrition to it. So let's look into the requirements. For this idli, I'll be using half a cup of idli rice, half a cup of brown rice, little more than one-third cup of urad dal, and one-third cup of sprouted ragi. For fermentation, I have taken half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and 1 tablespoon of cooked parboiled rice, which is a very common in South Indian homes. Now let's just get into the nutritional value of the ingredients used. We'll start with the superfood ragi, nachini or finger millet. It has 10 times higher calcium content than other grains. It is an excellent source of iron, vitamins and minerals. Turning regular ragi into sprouted ragi have high nutritional benefits. Its iron content increases by 10 times, protein level increases by twofold, germination and sprouting increases calcium levels by 20%. Sprouting makes vitamin B12 available in this grain, which generally vegetables lack. And the most important thing is soaking and sprouting ragi reduces anti-nutrients, phytic acid effectively. So it's like taking multivitamin and multimineral in a natural form. And the next addition to it is brown rice. It has similar calories and carbohydrates as in white rice. But brown rice is more healthy as it covers a wide spectrum of vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. Brown rice is high in manganese, which is vital for bone development. Now let's move on to the lentil used. It is urad dal. It adds protein to the recipe. Now let's start with the recipe. To a bowl, add some idli rice. Then add brown rice to it. Now wash them with water until you get clear residue-free water. Make sure that all the excess starch is removed. Add 1 by 4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds to it. Then add 1.5 tablespoon of rice to it. This tip is from our grandmother's kitchen. Wash the dal once or twice with water, not more than that. You'll get this type of unclear water which will help in fermentation. Now to washed and drained rice, I'll be adding urad dal along with the water. Keep enough water for soaking, as we are soaking dal and rice together. Now to a separate bowl, add sprouted ragi and pour in some water. Keep them soaked for 5 to 6 hours. Soaking ragi gives a smoother texture on grinding. Now first I have ground the dal and rice mix using the same water in which I have soaked it. Now transfer the urad dal and rice batter to a bowl. Then discard the water in which sprout has been soaked. I have ground ragi in a separate jar to get a smooth texture. To grind ragi, I have used same water in which urad and rice were soaked. By grinding ragi separately, we get a very fine mix of it, which blends well in the batter. Here you can see finely ground ragi mix. Then transfer the ragi mix into the batter and mix them well. You can see me mixing the batter with hand. This is an important step, do not skip. This helps in giving a soft texture to the idlis. Here you can see air bubbles in the batter. Now leave it for fermentation. I have kept it overnight. Let's see the fermented batter. Now add some salt for taste. Once the batter is done, let's grease the idli trays. Then pour the batter in the trays. Now let's transfer the trays to the steamer. Now close the lid and let it steam for a few minutes. So friends, steaming hot idlis are ready. You can plate it with sambar or coconut chutney. So friends, I hope you like this video.